All right, man. This is not really a topic. I thought it was important enough to just do it by itself and let's just talk about it, man. Tonight on Crunchyroll or wherever you consume your anime, the first special of Attack on Titan, the final season, part 3, Alpha point 5, whatever the hell is out. For those that watch it, they are excited. There's a lot of excitement out there. A lot of people are gonna be watching it. I'm sure Crunchyroll servers are blowing up right now. Um, and I've seen a lot of chatter, and some people say that it's the best anime of all time. So, man, I thought we'd get on real quick in anticipation of it coming out. Gonna drop this real quick. Um, what do you think, man? Is Attack on Titan the greatest anime of all time?
I would definitely say fucking no. First of all, it's not. It's really fucking not the greatest of all time. I will say it was very well put together. While it
Mm,
took me a while to get into it, it's very well put
yeah,
together. The intricacies and the plot twist and the backstabbing, and that's something like me personally. I don't really care for an anime, but it drew me in. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
the good
The
stuff, man.
the
That's
plot twists and stuff like that. It was good, but it got boring to me when I got into like middle of the. I haven't picked it up since like the middle of the fourth season. The
mm-hmm,
That was supposed to be an official final season or whatever the fuck. Um,
mm-hmm.
I
The
kind of
first.
just stopped watching it. I just
Mm-hmm.
lost interest for a second because I mean I'm like, all right, he gonna do this, she gonna do this, they gonna do that. All right, whatever. As far as it being the fucking best, hell no. There's way too many good animes out there. Great animes, amazing animes that could be considered the greatest of all time. My personal opinion, if you want to talk about shit from the 2022, 2023, if you want to say best ever, I fucking Bleach Thousand Years Blood War was fucking amazing.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that to me, that would be the best. That would be the fucking goat if we had to
Ooh.
compare as of right now. If we're going Attack on Titan and versus Bleach 2022, 2023, my personal pick would
Mhm,
have been Bleach. But as far as everybody, oh,
mhm.
Attack on Titan is the greatest of all time, it's not. It's really fucking not. How about what you think, man? You think it's the greatest?
So
Because you really loved Attack on Titan.
so yeah, I started watching Attack on Titan the first season when in 2013 when it came on I think Netflix. It was after Simone was born. It was I think around the time between us being off to take care of Simone and take care of Kim and going into the holidays and we just binged it and we were all in, man. It was hype, it was exciting. Um the time on it was kind of crazy like okay, these 8 episodes span 2 hours of real time,
Yeah,
and then
that
the
shit was
next
crazy.
episode is like 3 weeks of time. So that pacing was kind of weird sometimes. Um, to say that an anime is the greatest of all time, I think is premature because you got to look at a couple things to me. You got to see how it ages over time. Is it still going to hold up in 10 years? And I think so. I mean, I think so. I mean,
It
the
probably
story is
would.
pretty good. And then another thing that's probably just as important to me is does it shit the bed in the ending? Because if the ending is trash, and for those that read the manga, I mean, I don't know how y'all feel about it. I know there was enough decisiveness on it to have the original author apologizing at cons to folks for the
Same thing
ending.
with Demon Slayer. Because
I mean, if that's your vision, that's your vision. Let it be. But I really enjoyed it. I really enjoy, the Titans, the draw, bringing you in with a few exceptions. Nobody's safe, and then after this switching, what second season it goes from the Titans being the villain to the humans being worse than the Titans, and I thought that shift in tone was amazing. I mean, it kind of gave you those like Game of Thrones vibes of you don't know who
it
to trust,
did. It
you
really
don't know
did.
who's who. The twists were good. Some of them were forecast, some of them were not. So it was real good. I think the third season was pretty good too. But then yeah, that fourth season, I don't know if it's just a piece of how they're telling and how it's been broken up, and it's like, okay, the fourth season is gonna be it. We're gonna end it. And then you're looking at the pacing, and it's like, I don't think they can get to a good ending in the amount of episodes they got left. And
Right.
then come to find out, they don't. And now we got, the first part, we got the second part, and then I think this last part is going to be 2 1-hour specials. So
Damn.
I don't know what that's going to do for it, and that's going to do for the pacing and all that good stuff. But I think it's a great anime. I think it's a fantastic anime, greatest of all time. Nah, nah. I mean, there's so many from so many other genres. I mean, depending on where you want to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what is it? Legend of Galactic Heroes, I think it's called. Give you that intrigue. You hadn't seen that one. That was long.
Mm-mm.
I mean, freaking. I mean, Naruto for some people. I wouldn't rate it over Naruto. I mean, I wouldn't rate Naruto over it, but some people will. Berserk for me, even though the ending is what the ending is.
Yu Hakusho.
Ooh,
Don't
ooh.
you ooh. Hell, the theme song alone, motherfuckers, is still turned up on that shit to this day.
I don't know now. Attack on Titan has some music to it too. So I don't know. I don't know. I had to disagree. I
Yeah.
would say is Yu Yu Hakusho in a more special place than Attack on Titan to me? Oh yeah, by far. But is it a better anime to me? No. And the reason why I say that is I say that Yu Yu Hakusho is a bit on the typical shonen formulaic. Hell, they had like 18 tournament arcs for different reasons. And fire tournament arcs, don't get me wrong, but you
I can
know,
see that. Yeah.
when you compare the complexity and the depth between the two,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. You know, some people can say Cowboy Bebop, Full Metal Alchemist. For me, would be a good runner of one some of the top anime of all time.
Dragon
Um,
Balls is not one of the top animes of
hell,
all time.
so yes and no.
Eh,
To me, when I rate anime, Dragon Ball is not really in the consideration to me, and I don't say that as a slight to Dragon Ball. I say that as Dragon Ball is just in a different area.
yeah,
Not saying it's better. Dragon Ball culturally has done what probably no anime has done before. The
that's true.
closest would maybe be Naruto, but you know, Dragon Ball is a gateway for millions of people.
That's true.
And I think if there wasn't a Dragon Ball, there wouldn't be a Naruto or a Bleach or anything like that. That's long standing, given the way it paved the way, and I think that's what brought it into the West, is into the world for that matter. Just bringing anime, so you wouldn't be able to have this discussion right now about Attack on Titan. We still be trying to struggle watching anime at 3 o'clock in the morning if it wasn't for anime like Dragon Ball. So, I mean, that's where I mean, because it was simple too, but I mean, that's kind of where I hold Dragon Ball at kind of a different standard than everything else. But
Yeah,
Attack on Titan is good.
but it's
I
not the
do
greatest.
think once that fourth season kind of bothers me a little bit. Like it's kind of a thing where it's like I don't really know where y'all going. It's taking too long. Then it started with that extended flashback with a time skip, and you just like, all right, Aaron's got one leg and one eye and long hair, and we got a concentration camp, and we got all this other stuff going on. I mean, it pays off later once they show what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then another interesting kind of dialogue about it out there on the internets. It talks about like, what side are you on? Are you for? Because I mean, I have an idea of what Aaron's going to do. And well, everybody at this point, if you've seen if you're caught up with the exception of the new point that's out tonight, everybody kind of has a pretty good idea of what Aaron's going to do. And the question becomes, does he succeed or does he fail? And I'm sure we'll find out soon. But the discussion is kind of, do you agree? Was Aaron right or was Aaron wrong? And I think for those, there's a dialogue that's saying that basically, if you are on Aaron is right in his decisions, you're on that same kind of energy of we're gonna take our country back kind of folks. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like you kind of relate to that energy is what I've seen. I can see the correlation, but sometimes I don't be trying to make those kind of comparisons, kind of drawing that in because sometimes I just want to be entertained, and it's not worth it to me to go through all of that.
Yeah, I always just want to be entertained.
Right,
I don't never
right,
dig too deep. But like I said, I don't think it's the greatest of all
yeah.
time. No.
All right, so this is going to be fun. In the comments for whoever sees this, let us know what you think and why. If it is your favorite, let us know. We would love to hear from you. Shoot, we'll have an anime special when they're done. We'll even talk about it. I mean, we'll even figure out a way maybe to watch the last one on the live stream or something like that.
That'd be dope.
But let us know what y'all think about Attack on Titan. Let us know, are we completely wrong? What do you think? Why?
Indeed.